first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello and welcome back to Fox 12 Now. If you follow this show, you know on Thursdays we are joined by Eric G. from Around the House Northwest, and every week he's got some really great information for you to help out with your house, to help out with different projects, and of course we get to do a preview of this week's episode of Around the House Northwest. And I was pretty interested in the topic of this one, tips and tricks to cleaning your house, because I feel like inevitably in every segment that you do, Eric, I realize that I've been doing something wrong in some way. I learned how to correct it, but I learned a lot about my own techniques through this.
See, that's what this whole thing is about, right? That's how I learned too. I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was ruining something by doing it this way. So then you learn the right way of doing it.
Unfortunately, that's how I've learned a lot of things, is by making the mistake and then realizing that's not what I should have done.
I'm the king of that. That's how I've learned. So,
well, let's help everybody out right now and start this off here with this tips and tricks for cleaning your house.
Okay, first one, let's jump in. The grossest one in the house, or close to it at least, cleaning that toilet, right? That's always one of those. People will go out and they go to the laundry, grab the thing of bleach, and they pour it in there and they clean it with the brush, and now you've ruined the finish on the toilet.
Oh, bleach is no good.
So, bleach is no good. I mean, when it's in the cleaners, it's okay because it's diluted down. But what happens is a toilet is made out of porcelain, right? So it's like a piece of tile. And that bleach goes in and it does clean it, but it also etches that surface, which means it makes it harder to clean next time because you just gave it more teeth for dirt, grime, mold, mildew, whatever else is going to be in there is going to stick to it. So the bottle of bleach is how you ruin a toilet quickly and make it harder to clean later.
So all that logic of, this is just going to get rid of everything, it gets rid of that and a lot more. So what would the right way be to go about that?
Your regular toilet cleaners are great. They make new toilets now that have this kind of nanotechnology in the finish, which makes it super slick. So you can buy toilets out there now that are, $300 or $400, which is about what the price of a good toilet is. But they put that on there, so they're almost self-cleaning in that you really don't have to go in and get the brush out very often, maybe every month or two, just because of that. So technology has come a long way, but any one of those, pick your brand of toilet cleaner out there, most of those don't have enough bleach in it to really etch, not like grabbing the bottle of bleach that maybe you're going to put in your white load.
Okay, so do not do that. Don't dump the bleach on there. That's definitely good information.
And the same thing goes for a bathroom. You'll do the same damage to that bathtub as well. So if you've got like that black mold that's in the crease of the shower, never use bleach to kill any kind of mold around your house, because all it does is kind of clean. It takes the color out of it, so it bleaches it, right? But the problem is the bleach has a lot of water in it as well. So if you had like, wow, I didn't notice that the back of my hall closet, I've been putting my wet clothes in there and I've got a little patch of mold, don't use bleach, because that bleach will actually sit there and release all those toxins into the air from the mold. Second of all, it'll kill part of it, but the rest of it, that water will feed and makes it worse. So you're actually giving a little fertilizer to the stuff it doesn't kill. So you're going to make it worse down the road. The easy answer on something like that, hit it with hydrogen peroxide. That will take care of it. Okay.
Does that even count like the spray cleaner stuff that's, the foaming bleach and all that? Does that do that damage?
No, those again don't have it. It's not like it's going to ruin clothes. And so it's just a little bit of bleach. That stuff the bleach in that doesn't do a whole lot. So, but you're right. It does. The bleach will basically make the clear mold so you can't see where it is. So when you get that orange or red or pink or any one of those kind of mildews in there, it's making a lot of it clear. So it's giving you kind of a false sense of security in that. But if you really want to kill mold like that in the bathroom, hydrogen peroxide is the way to go.
All right. I will pick up some hydrogen peroxide. So great tips right there. What's another one?
Well, one other tip as well in that bathroom, if you're getting a lot of that mold, make sure you're running that bath fan at least 20 minutes after you take a bath or shower. That's going to help reduce the amount of cleaning you have to do in there. So that's really easy. Most new construction, they required as code to have a timer on there. So if you run that bath fan that vents to the outside, it's going to really help you reduce that amount of having to do that. So that's a way that you don't have to clean if you keep the shower dry.
All right, 20 minutes afterward.
20 minutes is the magic number. Yep.
Might be worth putting on a timer then, just to just to have that on there. Install one. Okay, there's another thing. That's
One
great.
of the next, think about all the tile we have out there, whether it's in an entryway or a kitchen. I don't know about you, but I used to have kitchen tile, and I didn't even realize what color the grout was until I pulled the refrigerator out to clean it and went, oh, I thought that was gray, but it was white, you know?
Yep.
And you figure out that how bad it actually is by moving something that hasn't moved in a while. So one of those things with tile, it's great. If you get in there with a good tile cleaner and a nice little scrub brush and just start getting in there and clean, that will do it. You can get one of those handheld steam units and get in there and do it. But the secret is once you get that scrubbed out and cleaned, let it dry, then you want to seal it. And how you can tell if that grout hasn't been sealed is when you put water on it. If it beads up on it, then it's probably been sealed. If it soaks in and slightly discolors, guess what? That stuff is porous. So that means the water's getting in there and the water's bringing the dirt with it. So once you get it cleaned out, make sure you seal it. And then, you know, every year you can be down there scrubbing it. And if it's a high traffic area and you're mopping a lot, you might have to be, you know, going in every year or two and putting on another coat of sealer. It goes pretty quickly. You can do it with a spray bottle and a rag and keep it cleaned up that way. But sealing it will make it so you don't have to clean it as often.
Nice. Okay. So you can get actual spray seal and
yeah, there's lots of different kinds out there. I like the stuff actually that comes in just a little bottle. They make really good sealer, and you want to pay more for sealer. If you go buy like the $12 stuff from the home improvement store, it's not going to last long. A lot of that stuff just has waxes and stuff in there that just washes right back out again. You want to pay 30, 40, 50 bucks for some good sealer, so it'll last years, not months.
Nice. Okay. And again, like worth paying just a little bit more money to get the
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
And another trick with that too is don't go to your home improvement store, because the home improvement stores, one thing that you're talking about with those big box stores, they really cater to the entry level of stuff. So the sealers they have in there is more towards the entry level. Head to your local tile retailer that's in your neighborhood or wherever, and go down there where the pros go to. They've got the better stuff.
Nice. That's definitely a good tip, because I've certainly bought that from some of the big box stores before, so that, you know, that kind of general stuff. So go to the specialty store.
Go to the specialty stores. They're going to have the good stuff for you.
Okay. Great tip right there. What else do we have?
Another one, you know, front load washing machines are something that people forget to clean and maintain, and they can start to get kind of smelly. Depending on how old you are, sometimes they have a self-cleaning cycle, sometimes they don't. But going through and buying one of the detergents that you get at any grocery store that they have for those, you can run it through a self-clean cycle or just run it through a cycle with that cleaner in there and no laundry. That'll really keep that clean. And if you have a top load machine, I'd run it there too, because if you think about a washing machine, right, it has two tubs. It has the one that holds the water, that like it's your old, you know, top load machine. Then it has the inner tub that has the holes in it. There's a ton of dirt on the backside of that. That's where all the oil and the grime and stuff get settled back there and stick to it. So keep that clean. You'll have cleaner laundry in the long run.
That is okay. That's something I have not done with mine. So again, I'm always learning things that I'm doing wrong or not doing. So that's a good one. I will pick one of those up.
And I'm going to give you a don't use out there on a lot of surfaces. We've all seen the magic eraser, right? You know, it's that thing that Mr. Clean magic eraser. Those things work well. However, they're equal to about 1,600 grit sandpaper. So when you think about it, that is erasing stuff, but it's also taking the finish off while you do it. So I've seen people with kitchen cabinetry that was painted and their house cleaner came through and was using it getting the scuffs, and all of a sudden they had bare wood in a few months. It's because they've been sanding away. So don't use that on bathtubs, you know, porcelain items, painted finishes. You know, maybe it's great for the oven door where you've got baked on glass. That's not going to be as bad, but it is going to take the shine off things. So be careful with that. It is like sandpaper.
I have personally learned that lesson on a porcelain tub. So, yep, that is one I've done wrong.
Where did the glass go?
Yep, exactly that. Well, so yeah, all fantastic stuff. Any other ones that you want to share?
Yeah, another thing too is, you know, when you've got that with fiberglass tub showers and things like that, just a good cleaner. But really, if you've got water spots and things around the house, your smartest move is getting a water test done and getting that water treated. So you could actually run it through some kind of filtration system, water treatment device. it's going to save you in the long run on your laundry, on your shower, on your cleaning, because those mineral buildups and stuff, it's going to shorten the life of everything from your refrigerator ice maker to your dishwasher. So a good investment is to test the water. If you've got hard water and figure out a way to take care of that, it's going to make your cleaning a lot easier, and your clothes will stay cleaner longer as well. You won't lose those colors out of it because those hard water deposits show up in the clothes as well.
Is that something where you put the filter on before it gets to the washing machine or even further down the line?
Whole house filter is what you want to do. So right where the water comes in, if it's coming in the garage or the basement or wherever it's coming in, if you can put a filtration system in the closest to where it comes in the building, then that's going to extend the life of everything that's using water in your house, including that water heater.
That's good to know. And where do you get the testing done?
You can get a hold of a lot of the different water companies around here. You can jump online and order them as well, where you just do the lab test and send it off. You can do that as well. I think Amazon has them, but there's a lot of companies that'll come out that are in our area that deal with water filtration. Many of them will come out and do a test for free right there, and they'll show you what's in the water, and they can just do a quick little test and start to show you what that stuff is. Then you know what you're working with. Plan the water filtration around that test, because there's a lot of stuff you want to keep in there that's good, right? You want those good things. You just want to take out the stuff that's going to ruin the plumbing or be unhealthy.
That is really, really good advice. Okay, wonderful. Anything else that you want to talk about before we go on to the preview of Around the House Northwest?
Just one more thing. Make sure that you're maintaining that dishwasher. You're cleaning that out. They actually make dishwasher cleaners tablets you can run through and keep that dishwasher clean as well. It'll keep it smelling fresh. And then, the coffee mugs that we have, I have a secret. And sometimes if you're a coffee drinker, you'll get that ring build up at the bottom, and it's like you can't get in there and get it cleaned out.
Yes.
Here's what I do. I take one of those dishwasher pods that you put in your dishwasher. I fill it up with hot water. I drop it in there and put the lid on it and let it soak for a day. That hot water and the enzymes will eat that up, and you'll get that clean, and then just rinse it out. And you'll have a clean coffee mug on the inside for your metal-lined coffee mugs. It's a dishwasher detergent anyway, but there's enzymes in there. That'll help eat those stains out. And that's my little trick for cleaning out those nasty travel coffee mugs.
That's definitely good information. All right. Well, lots of great tips right there on that. So everybody can go back through and watch that and follow along with those. There's pretty much all of them that you just said, the ones that I hadn't learned before. Now I know what I'm going to be doing. But let's talk about this week's episode of Around the House Northwest. Where'd you end up this time?
Man, we did a lot of stuff. So the one that you've got there, the video of, we went down to Truman Boots in Eugene. And this was so much fun. We cruised down there. You can see the stacks of leather back there. Yeah. They take leather and hand sew this stuff into boots. They've got really cool craftspeople down there, and they are making absolutely beautiful boots in Eugene. And we go from start to finish showing how they build boots down there. And they got some cool, like, World War II sewing machines and stuff down there that they've refurbished. And they are old school making boots. And that was a lot of fun to see how they're building high quality boots down there.
That's always interesting to me, just seeing stuff like that you take for granted. You forget about all the process that goes into that. But even seeing this right now, I mean, that's really cool. Yeah. And you get to go to see behind the scenes of so many different places.
That's one of the there's a lot of hard work that goes into the show, but that is one of the little gifts that I have that I get back, is really seeing what people do. And that one's a lot of fun. So
nice.
And this show is jam packed as well. I wanted to take on a challenge of, could I do a hot tub on a budget? And so you'll have to watch that one, but I wanted to see if I could do it for under $2,000. Little sneak peek, I did do it, but I was a lot less than that. And that was putting in a nice big hot tub in my backyard.
Really? You did it for under that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I swear I was actually having that discussion yesterday about hot tubs. Now I've got to see that. Okay.
I mean, you could go out and spend 10 or 12 grand on a brand new hot tub and another few $1,000 for somebody to come out and do it. But no, it's a lot easier if you go out and find a used one. I went on Facebook Marketplace and found one. So
really,
from there.
Nice. Okay. All right. I won't talk about that more. I'll watch the segment. I will stop asking questions about it.
That's good.
So that's coming up on this episode. So those are two of the segments. I know you have a lot of stuff that goes on.
Oh man, I created some additional parking out in front of my house. I created another parking area, and then We started talking organizing tips for fall with Whitney Elliott from Be Organized. And then I got some tricks of how to get the most out of your shop vac, your wet dry vac, and that and so much more, including we test out a couple new tools from Amazon where we jumped onto the electrical multi-tool and a drill angle adapter. We'll see how those pair up, if those are even decent tools.
Love it. And you've been doing that for several episodes now, like testing stuff out and seeing if it's actually worth the dollars that you're spending on that. Eric, as always, it's so great to have you on here, but I want to also remind everybody when and where to watch Around the House Northwest.
Sounds good, brother. Yeah, 10 a.m. Fox 12 Plus on Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning, if you missed last week's episode, it was a killer one. You can catch that at 8 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus, but Saturday 10 a.m., Sunday at 6, and back on Friday again at 8.
And if you're watching this episode of Fox 12 Now on Facebook or YouTube, you can drop in a comment too. Let us know if you have a question for Eric or something that we talked about here today that you want to get to him. We could probably get that over to him and maybe get that answered for you. And we appreciate everybody who does join us here for these segments. And Eric, nice to have you on. Always good to hear what you have to say. And like I said, I always learn something on each one of these.
Thanks as always, brother. Appreciate it. This is a lot of fun.
And for everybody joining in, this is Fox 12 Now. Appreciate you being here, as I just said. But you know what? I mean it. And you can watch us on our social media channels, on our apps, on our website. So lots of places to find us. If there's breaking news, we'll be here with that as well. Anytime between 1 and 4, between our other newscasts. So always depend on that. We will be here for you. But I'm signing off right now. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.